What's up, everybody? Thanksgiving time, well, I guess it's kind of still Thanksgiving weekend, at least at the time I'm filming this. Had Thanksgiving, I had both my sons up here. It was a great time to visit. Right before Thanksgiving, I had gone into surgery. I had to do some surgery on both my hands. Now about a week and a couple days past the date of my surgery, we're starting to feel a lot better. I'm starting to try to get some editing done, but I still got about a week or so before I can start getting back behind the wheel of Black Dog or even working in the shop. So what I'm going to try to do during this next week that I've been down is try to get a bunch of videos out. We're going to start off with the first of the 3 airport trips I did from Minneapolis Airport to Greeley, Colorado Airport. Some freight that I had gotten direct from the customer, so that's an awesome thing. Black Dog here did spectacular until he decided when I parked it and it got cold, the air governor didn't work. That's been fixed. We took care of that yesterday. Matthew helped out with that. So with that, I just wanted to touch base on what we're doing with the videos. I'm going to get a bunch of videos out this week, and then when my recovery time is healed, we're going to get back behind the wheel, driving Black Dog. There's some work I would like to get done on Black Dog before I start driving, and of course continuing the Orwell build. I was somewhat productive while I was here with my sons. We did get some more parts. Actually, we got a 5th wheel slider for Black Dog, a longer one, and on and on. So my sons drove me around in a pickup. So we did a bunch of stuff. But with that, I did have to heal and recover, so here we are. Now, of course, goes without saying, Black Dog has been undergoing a major transformation since the time I got him. Obviously, we're talking about all the parts I got from 4 State Trucks, you know, Chrome Shop Mafia. Look at those beautiful stacks. Check out the bumper, the tow hook cover, all of that, right? And much more to come. The air dryer we're changing, along with the governor we just put on, all courtesy of 4 State Trucks. You know, the friends of ours at Chrome Shop Mafia hooked us up real good. So go ahead and show them some love. 4statetrucks.com, chromeshopmafia.com, either one, or show up in person and hit that promo code BLACKDOG10. BLACKDOG10 will get you 10% off everything across the board. So with that, show the people that love us some love, and let's get this video started. What's up, everybody? FSC Trucking. Oh, this has been a little while. Let's get into it. Let's get this day started. Lights, headlights, strobes. Truck's already aired up. Green APU's already off. Paperwork's already done. Ready to get going. Warmer today than it's been the last couple days. We're in York, Nebraska right now. Parking lot really needs a lot of help. The ruts are real deep. I parked in the back row earlier. I prefer to try to get like a back row area when I'm wide. Less likely someone will try to. I don't like a lot of traffic in and out next to the truck. But the ruts are so deep, my trailer high centered on the ground. So I didn't want to leave it there, risking it might not get going again in the morning. So I parked where I did. story to tell you about this load and the next 2 loads. It's time to wake up. So the story I'm getting ready to tell you kind of explains these 3 loads, 3 meaning this one and the 2 next ones, and the problem I have as to how to get a hold of me to haul freight. That's been a problem. So a while back, I'm at my shop. Pretty sure I was working on Orwell. I'm not really sure what I was doing. And of all places, I get a thing on Facebook Messenger on my FSC trucking page. Now, I will tell you, Facebook, you gotta be careful. There's scams out there. So the scam that was out there was FSC Trucking. Now, my page, the real one, the genuine one, FSC is in all capitals. The scam one is capital F, lowercase s, lowercase c. That's the scam. Just like there's a bunch of TikTok pages of mine, none of them are me. Until TikTok is American owned, I want no part of it. Either way, guy reaches out on Facebook, of all places, asks how to get a hold of my organization to be able to get a quote on some freight. I give him my email. I explained to him that it was me, blah, 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 and we went back and forth. Ultimately, he said, a representative of the airport in Greeley, Colorado. It's a smaller, I guess, a regional airport. We've delivered a lot of, when I was leased on to Whitmire Express, we delivered a lot of snow removal equipment. I don't think I've ever brought a Striker out there, but I know I brought a lot of MB snow removal equipment out to them, out at the airport in Denver. Anyway, this dude contacted me from Greeley, Colorado, and he said that that airport purchased some used equipment from Minneapolis St. Paul Airport, yet another airport I've been to, and asked if I could give them prices on hauling the equipment that they purchased. I asked, okay, what were they? He told me he's got one Oshkosh snow blower truck and two older, I forget the years, older, like 05, maybe the 90s, I don't remember. Older Striker rescue trucks, but they were specifically 6x6s. So I showed him, I shot him over an approximate number, and I said, okay, this is like a ballpark. I need to know more specific on the equipment. What is it? You know, weight, height, all of that. Can you give me pictures or dimensions? So he sent me pictures of them. Sent me pictures of them, and I looked at them like, okay, I can easily do that. It's what I used to do for Whitmire all the time. Difference is, and a lot of you are asking, isn't Whitmire going to be mad at me for poaching their freight? I'm not poaching their freight. So if you think about it, with Whitmire Express, we haul brand new, Whitmire Express hauls brand new equipment, and their customer is the manufacturer that makes the trucks. My customer on this one is the actual airport that's needing old equipment hauled. It just happens to be, most likely when this truck was brand new, Whitmire Express hauled it to Minneapolis St. Paul, but now it's old equipment, and my customer is the airport, not the manufacturer of the truck. I mean, these trucks are probably around a 20-year-old mark. And I know for a fact that Minneapolis St. Paul's been getting all brand new equipment because I've hauled a bunch of brand new equipment to them. So that's how that played out. Ultimately, there were a couple other trucking companies interested in it, and I wound up getting the bid on hauling them all three. The trick was, I didn't race to the basement. What I simply did was, the fact I knew I had all three, I had to put the price high enough to where I could afford the deadhead from Wisconsin to Minneapolis, and then to do them back to back to back in the time frame allowed. I wanted them done before Thanksgiving. What I had done was, I kind of figured it in my pricing in my head. I know what I used to get paid to haul these, so I know what I can make it on. But I also know add brokerage fee to it because they used to take, when buyers took their piece. It's not like I didn't know what they were charging to haul these, so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna bottom the rate out. I'm simply going to run with what they were. But I was willing to eat some deadhead. In other words, I had a deadhead to Minneapolis St. Paul, and to do the back-to-back-to-back, to haul all three units, I'd be deadheading most likely if the time required it, from Denver, or not Denver, Greeley, right back to Minneapolis, grab the next one and come back. A lot of people scream and holler about deadheading, but here's the thing. Denver area is terrible for finding freight to come back with. Possible, but difficult. And when you do, it don't pay worth the crap. To me, it ain't worth hauling 9 out of 10 times. I can check the boards and look, but right now I'm more worried about time. So I added enough in the price to make sure I could deadhead back. Lastly, I would wind up empty after the third unit in Denver. So, time permitting, depending on Thanksgiving and all of that, I might take a broker load back. Also, there might be something else I might be able to do after I get the last one off, depending on time and money. We'll see. There might be something in the works, possibly, but that probably isn't going to happen because I got both my sons coming to the house for Thanksgiving and I'm not missing it. So, although I could fly home, up till recently that was getting to look like a nightmare. So I could leave the truck out west and then fly home for the holidays. Then I got to figure out how to transport the truck back. Although I might have a buddy do that. We'll see. Not all is going perfect for all of my people. So we'll see. Now, what are the 3 units? 3 units are 2 6x6 Oshkosh Strikers and that Oshkosh snowblower. I think I said that earlier. Obviously, the snowblower isn't wide. This is like any other Striker that I'm used to seeing me hauling around. This is just a much older unit. We'll show it to you when we get fuel. We're going to stop off here at Grand Island here and fuel up. But, yeah, the blower isn't going to be wide. It might be a little heavy on the tail, but it won't be wide. So obviously, we're not going to discuss pricing, but the only thing I kind of ate a little bit on it, like I said, was the deadhead, because I was content the fact that I'm a one-truck operation and I have like a week and a half worth of solid moving non-stop at a good rate. So, like I said, it was worth it cutting it just a touch on the deadhead, which is fine. So it's kind of cool to be back at the same old game we used to do. Just a little different. Gotta bear in mind, it's not the last time I'll see a Striker. I could broker a load from Whitmire all the same. I just haven't had a need to, so I haven't. But that brings up the other problem I've got. I don't... Listen, my phone number got out, okay? It's out there. It's been out there for a while. And I'm not changing the number. But I don't want to just put my number out there. That way, if everybody starts calling, wanting to shoot bull. But I do need to put a number out there for a better method of people to get a hold of me to haul free. So, not sure what I want to do. I'm thinking I might get a landline for the house and like a voicemail or an answering machine. I can check that. I could get another, like a second phone. I know a lot of guys do, 2 phones. I suppose the one I publicly give out when I go to sleep, I can turn that phone off. That way I don't get calls. Although, this one I get a lot of spam and bullcrap calls on it, so it is what it is. Up till now, I've just been telling everybody to go to FSCheckShop@gmail.com. Shoot me an email regarding if you need anything hauled, or back when I had someone at the shop and trying to get work done at the shop, whichever. But I always give out an email. Game plan is we should be able to unload this afternoon. We left, it shows what, 6 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours left of the trip. So game plan is we'll get unloaded today. I'll call down there. He said to call him or text him about an hour before I get there. And he'll roll up, he'll take delivery of the first truck. They did ask for the Striker first. I don't know if they want the blower next or the Striker, the other Striker next, I don't know. I'll find out when we unload. Once we unload, we'll turn and burn back for Minneapolis. We loaded yesterday, it was Monday morning. Made it out here as the sunset, getting on winter, time change. So sunrise is typically around 7 o'clock. Sun sets like a little after 5. So it's getting darker quick. Don't have a lot of daylight in the day to move. So it's really important you maximize your time. Some states allowing you to move 10 wides at night. Some aren't, most aren't still. It's annoying, especially out here in Nebraska. It's like, really? Bright light on the back of that wagon. Set up for parking lot, the way they got them islands, but you can drive on them, but if your trailer's real low, they'll drag. Not that bright. fuel. Some kind of breakfast sandwich. Same place I stopped when I hauled that load for Crystal, so I know it was here. Not a normal route for me up this way. Now I'm gonna do 3 in a row. Funny. Alrighty. Check out the old Kenworth over there. Take your road down Kenworth, pulling a reefer. There you are. Beautiful truck. Love it, love it. Busted glasses work. That thing's flappy. I mean, it'll sit on my head, but it's uncomfortable. It just feels weird. The wind is cleaned up for you. Should be happy now. on down to 65. No, that's a prime truck. Prime Inc. Should have guessed it. Appreciate it moving over and let me on though. Alrighty, we're all set. Oh wait, you didn't know I stopped. Yeah, I did. Stopped over here in Big Springs, Nebraska. There's a little smoked bear over here doing. Flagged our stop. I went inside fast. I only stopped here to get something to eat. They got decent prepared food here, so. Went ahead and got that. Got a half chicken in a styrofoam deal. One of these deals. That'll be good. Keep rolling. Be in Colorado soon enough. Get by Fort Morgan, and then we'll get off the big road. Was it US 34, I think? Couple cross. Sound cooler than Orwell, to be honest. Jake's for sure. Orwell does not have the loudest Jake brakes on planet Earth. It's a lot nicer out, weather-wise, warmer. Jake shift. Black Dog's at 10 speed. It takes the engine a long time to decel down to get into the next gear. If you know how to float, then you know what I mean. If you park the Jakes for a moment and bring it down quicker, you can get it into gear faster. I really wish I had a different transmission in this truck, and that might be coming soon. Missed it. I got it, but a little slow on it. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm wishing I had a different setup. If I had an 18 speed in this truck and a Jeep, I could probably get into the heavier stuff with a different trailer using this truck. But Jeeps are a pain in the neck, and a lot of heavy stuff we're talking to get into with Crystal requires a steerable trailer, so it would get me into something, but not all of them. I know where there's a Jeep at that I can get relatively cheap, but it'll need a lot of work, which is fine. But I don't want to go all the way down there just to get a Jeep. There might be something else I got cooking. We'll see.
like I said earlier, there's trouble in the horizon for friends of mine, and I kind of figure a way to help them out. I don't want to see nobody I know and love fall, you know? So we got to figure it out. Another thing I wanted to mention, this could have been a big hot topic in the industry recently. One thing I got from the airport where I picked this up at, multiple people were really just happy that, number one, I showed up with the right equipment, and two, I was able to speak English and communicate with them. That's been a big problem in this industry. We've been dealing with it for many, many, many years, just no one's stepped up to deal with it. And I don't want to hear about, you know, new laws, this, that, and the other. Listen, that law has been on the book since, I don't know, the 30s. Been that way for a long, long time. You literally got videos out there of California DOT admitting if the driver can't speak English, they won't do a level 1 inspection on you because it's unsafe for the officer. Unsafe for the officer. What about the motoring public? I thought it was all about the public safety. Just saying. So yeah, I thought, how come we get in trouble if we break laws, but they break the law, it's okay? Yeah, rules for me, but not for thee. That's typical how it's been going. So I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. The fact is, you got these guys working for pennies on a dollar, which makes it real hard for the rest of us to earn a living. So we're talking about putting in bids and winning a contract and all that whatnot, like I did. I wasn't doing a contract, but I got 3 loads for me, my little company and me. When I show up with the right equipment, I show up on time, I show up capable, speaking English the whole bit, and that puts me a step above. So if somebody can do better than me, then they're a step above me, and so be it. That's fine. Welcome the competition. But when you got guys that are unqualified, can't speak a lick of English, don't even know what they're doing, no training, no nothing, and undercutting it because they'll work for nothing. I mean, they'll literally work for peanuts. Then how do guys like us survive? That's the issue. So my attitude is, yeah, that needs to be handled and solved, but all at the same time, I know what I'm worth. So I give you my number, and that's my number. I had a guy the other day, he was talking about, well, somebody will do it for $1,500 cheaper, particular load. He wanted it done on 1 truck. I said, that's not 1 load, that's 2 loads. It's too heavy. Won't do it, it's way too obvious. You get caught, and I ain't risking my setup and all of that, so it's 2 loads. Well, how much to do it? Told him. He's like, well, someone else will do it for $1,500 less. I didn't want to be rude about it, but my answer's like, well, good luck with that. Maybe his load survives, maybe it don't. He wants it done right, he knows who to call. That's not being cocky, it's just knowing what I'm worth. So hopefully my name continues to get out as, you know, regional airports buy old equipment, auctions, that kind of thing. So this big old striker like we're doing, I don't mind being known for that. I already am known for the new stuff, and again, Wade Myers Cabroker runs out to me too, so I'm happy about that, I really am. But I'm always looking to the future, looking to not only just survive as what we're doing, but grow and expand and so on. How to make more out of what we got. Welcome to colorful Colorado. Write my mileage down, we're still old school. pretty close to the airport. Today is Veterans Day, so I don't think anybody came to work today at the airport, at least at the maintenance or the fire department side or whichever. I called ahead. He told me when I left, he was like, yeah, shoot him a text, let him know when we're about an hour out. So we're getting off the highway there, off of the interstate. Gave him a call. Sent me a pin on my phone as to where we're actually going. Sounds nice there, driver. The airport's going to be on the left. Airport Road, and then the parking lot will be on the right. And it's like a local regional airport. The military side of it. Greeley-Weld County Airport. Around us on the left turn on the right. Okay, we're here. All right, we are going in the gate with the whole unit. dropping it right here?